I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakahakudash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers and the sisters out there. This is Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. So man, when I was coming to know that I was an Israelite, I was watching different camps, but they wasn't going into the name of the Lord, the true names of the Lord. And they wasn't going into the Hebrew, you know, you know, started to get interested in learning Hebrew prayers and learning certain Hebrew sentences and Hebrew words. I only learned that from watching videos of Great Millstone, not knowing what the so-called UFOs were. It was just a lot of things that was missing. My spirit didn't gravitate to the teaching. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was an Israelite, but I just didn't. My spirit just didn't gravitate, to the other camps. You know what I'm saying? So I just thank the Lord, man, that He guided my spirit to learn from the true teachers, man, that's been laboring in this thing for a while, and they know this book, and they won't steer you wrong. They're gonna steer you the right way. So this is Proverbs 28 and verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. So a lot of people don't understand, that we were put here for punishment from the Lord, to be in captivity, to be ruled over our oppressors, but they just feel like since they ain't get whipped in the back or nothing like that, they ain't, it ain't no hardcore slavery going on, but it's mental. They have chains on their brain. They have chains on their mind. They don't feel like they are being oppressed because they really don't understand the scriptures well, and they don't understand who they are. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So man, we coming into the time where everything finna be flipped right side up. Just how everything is upside down now, and we gonna rule, man. We're gonna rule with a righteous rulership. It ain't gonna be no more it ain't gonna be wickedness, ain't gonna be flooding the earth. We gonna rule with a righteous rulership, and they gonna know that the commandments that we follow is the way of life. They gonna know that we have righteous rulers that's in rulership, and they gonna treat the planet. They gonna do what's according to live a a righteous life, man. To live better, man, on the planet. Everything's gonna be in order. People gonna get in order. And they gonna know it's right, and they gonna fall in line. So this is Psalms 111 and 10. No, how about Proverbs chapter 9, verse 10. the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. So, the knowledge of the holy is understanding. He have chosen us to be a holy people, to have this understanding. That's why we have men that teach this book the correct way, you know, understanding what the MOTB is, the mark of the beast is, and not taking the bag and trying to twist and turn the understanding of this book, you know, that's doing this for the sound doctrine to be brought out to the nations, be brought out to the elect, you know. So there's a lot of things that I didn't understand, before I started listening to the true teachers, man, the true elders and apostles of the nation of Israel, you know. So we just coming into a time where, man, like I say, man, everything's finna be flipped right side up. It ain't gonna be no more wickedness polluting the land no more. It ain't gonna be that no more, you know. So I'm gonna end this off with Psalms 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All who follow his precepts gain rich understanding. His praise endures forever. Shalom.